Have you ever heard yourself on the receiving end of the phrase, "That's not what I meant"? Because usually that is followed in an argument of sorts to say, well, I heard what you said, and to me that means, but that's not what I meant. It's kind of that sequence. And really, it's a never-ending sequence of an argument because what was intended and what was said were not what was received. Welcome to Leading Leaders Podcast. 5-minute videos, 5 days a week. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. Leaders from every walk of life. I don't care if you're leading a family, leading a community, leaders in politics, leaders in business, leaders in the church world. It doesn't matter where you're at when you're leading. There's always the probability, not even a possibility, but a probability that you have something in your mind, a vision, an idea, a plan, something that you want to do, some project that you want to pull off, some major change that you want to see come about. And as you're articulating that plan, as you're bringing the linguistics to life of what that plan will look like and how all the things will work, there's a truth for most people. Not everybody, because some people keep everything in their head until they know it's perfect, but most people will begin to verbalize their ideas as a way of, as John Maxwell says, testing those ideas. Take the dog out for a walk, let other people hear the idea and decide, yeah, that's kind of the way I intended it, or that's not at all what I intended. I'm not saying that very well, or maybe I should have said it like this. But there's also this reality, and we've heard a lot about it in the news in the last year, the concept of a confirmation bias. Now, a confirmation bias basically means I already have my own idea. I already think what I want to think. I already believe what I want to believe. And it really doesn't matter if it's true or not. It's just the fact that I've already come to this decided conclusion on my own. And the challenge with that confirmation bias is if I said to you, all popsicles are purple, and you've never in your life experienced a purple popsicle, then you're going to believe that I'm a liar. Because your experience doesn't line up with my truth, or perceived truth, or intended truth. Or how does that work? See, the truth is not all popsicles are purple, but your experience tells you that my declaration is untrue. Have you seen anywhere else in life where someone's experience causes another person's declaration to be untrue or unprovable, or at least proven unprovable? The challenge with being a leader when it comes to setting out this new plan, this new agenda, this new course, this new change of direction, is that articulating that idea is going to require that you go through what's called the optics. It's not just about what you're going to do, what you plan to do, how you're going to tell everybody what you're planning to do or what you're going to do. It's how it will be seen by and perceived by everyone else. The people who are directly involved in it, the people who are observing it from a distance, the people who want to criticize it, the people who want to compete against it, or the people who want to combat it or destroy it. And I don't care where you lead, that's always going to be true. My plan is to have whole wheat muffins for breakfast every single day, and the rest of my family thinks that's crazy. Yes, that's a stretch, that's an exaggeration. I'd much rather have waffles than whole wheat muffins, personally. But if my plan was to have whole wheat muffins or bran muffins every single day, I would be fighting against my entire family to try to pull that off because they're not going to be interested in that. You see the challenge? Well, it doesn't matter what your political or business or community or family or religious plan is. There are going to be those who compete against it, those who combat against it, those who simply watch from the outside and want to better understand it, those who are going to be expected to participate in it in order to carry it out, and those who are just sitting on the sidelines going, well, it's your plan, so good luck with it. But in any case, you've got to find the way to articulate your intent in a way that takes into consideration everyone else's perception, everyone else's position, and everyone else's confirmation bias about what they think you're going to do even before you say you're going to do anything. See, there are some people who would believe that because I'm a fat guy that I only want to drink Diet Coke and eat cherry pie. And trying to articulate to them, I can't even say the word articulate. See how hard that word is? The concept is beyond me. If I'm trying to articulate to them that I want to change my entire diet, that I want to go pure health food, some Clint Fuquay kind of idea, they're going to look at me and go, you don't look like a guy who's sold out to that. You don't look like a guy who has that plan or that vision. And the challenge is not only convincing them of the validity of the plan, but that my intent is true behind the plan. Because I don't look like the guy who would carry out that plan. You follow me? See, as leaders, we've got to figure out how our articulation of our plan, how our actual execution of our plan have continuity, integrity, so that when we take that plan forward, people are going to go, yeah, I can see you doing that. In fact, that seems right in there in the integrity of yourself. That seems like a plan you would try to carry out. And it fits your ability, your talents, your skills, your team. Because when there's an incongruence between, a disconnect between the plan and the person who came up with the plan, then the likelihood of it being executed is very slim. Not only because the person who came up with the plan doesn't have the wherewithal to pull it off, but they probably don't have the connections, the people, and the trust, the buy-in to pull it off either. So if you're a leader and you're planning in your family, in your community, in your business, in a political world, in a religious world, you're planning to do something that no one's ever seen you do before. Dig deep. Find a good, for lack of a better term, round table of people who are not your echo chamber. People who come from outside worlds of thought, outside schools of thought, different experiences in life, people who've seen different colored popsicles than you, so that they can tell you, hey, not all popsicles are purple, because that is a critical factor in what you're going to articulate as a plan. If you're a leader, I challenge you to not live in an echo chamber where your plan is only coming across as your plan that no one else has ever seen or heard, because it will make you seem uncredible in the way that you're going to bring your plan about. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.